Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Saturday, June 27th, 2015, around 6:35 in the morning in Billerica, Massachusetts. This morning's going to be sunny out. Get out and enjoy it because it's going to cloud over this afternoon and beginning tonight through Sunday morning. Heavy rain in this area, 1 to 3 inches. Luckily it isn't snow, or we're talking about a major blizzard. Some news to report. The Boston Red Sox beat the Tampa Bay Rays by a score of 4 to 3 last night in 10 innings. The U.S. women's soccer team beat China by a score of 1-0 in the Women's World Cup to advance to the semifinals. The Lowell Spinners beat the Ironbirds by a score of 7 to 2, and the Boston Bruins had 3 picks back to back in the first round of the NHL entry draft. They selected Jacob Zboril at the number 13th pick. He's a defenseman. They elected Jake DeBrusk, left winger, the number 14th pick overall, and the last pick they had in a row was Zachary Zenegdes, right winger, number 15th in the row. So the Bruins lucked out pretty good, but people are still disappointed. They traded Doug Hamilton away and Milan Lucic away, and they say there could be more trades in the coming days for the Bruins. That's about it on news. My next subject is the first one of the day, is the top 10 list of everything and anything. I've now reached the top 10 cities that should get an NHL expansion team. The NHL announced a couple of days ago that it's starting the process of taking expansion applications to maybe add 2 more teams to the league to expand it from 30 to 32 teams. Personally, I think they should cap it at 32, in my opinion, because there's not enough players. But I think they want to add more teams so they could get the $500 million expansion fee to distribute it to the 30 other NHL franchises. And here are the top 10 cities that should get an NHL expansion franchise. Number 10 on this list is Las Vegas. Las Vegas is probably going to get an NHL expansion team because they had a season ticket drive and over 13,000 deposits were included for interest there. Las Vegas doesn't have a major professional sports team because of gambling and stuff, but they're building a new arena and stuff. But I don't know if the NHL would ever work in Las Vegas, but it's more likely going to happen. Number 9 on this list of 10 cities that should have an NHL expansion franchise is Houston, Texas. Houston has the Toyota Center, and it has a rich history of minor league hockey in the WHA in the years past. But there's a proposition there that the only way an NHL team would ever go into Houston if Les Alexander, who owns the Houston Rockets, owns an NHL franchise, and it's going to be real tough. Number 8 on this list that the cities that should have an NHL expansion team: Portland, Oregon. Portland, for many years, had a junior hockey team in the WHL, which it's real successful. I'm real surprised that they never put an NHL team in Portland, Oregon, because it would work pretty good. They could share the arena with the Blazers, or maybe build their own arena. Number 7 on this list of the cities that should have an NHL expansion team is Seattle, Washington. Seattle is another hotbed for junior hockey. They have an successful WHL franchise, and Seattle was the first city to ever win U.S. city to ever win a Stanley Cup, which was Seattle Metropolitans back in 1917. But the problem for a Seattle NHL team, they need a new arena. They're having delays for a new arena. Key Arena could use temporarily, but I don't think that's a long-term fit. But I wouldn't be surprised if Seattle tries to get an NHL team. Number 6 on this list that the city should have an NHL expansion team. Salt Lake City, Utah. Salt Lake City hosted 2002 Winter Olympic Games. They've had success for minor league hockey and stuff, but the small population might be a drawback and stuff like that. So that's it on that. Number 5 on this list, that city should have an NHL expansion franchise. Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City had the Kansas City Scouts for 2 years. They played in the old Kemper Arena in 1974 through 1976. It was unsuccessful. And they have a new arena, the Sprint Center, which has been open since 2007. And they haven't gotten a tenant for the NHL or the NBA. They had minor league hockey in the past. It would work because they could have an in-state rivalry with St. Louis Blues. Number 4 on this list, that city should have an NHL team. Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Southern Ontario is ripe for pickings for a hot NHL team. They had teams back in the 20s, the Hamilton Tigers. Minor league hockey's been very successful there a couple of times. NHL teams were almost going to move there, like the Nashville Predators, Pittsburgh Penguins, Phoenix Coyotes, but never came to be. Problem is, Hamilton's too close to Toronto and Buffalo and Ottawa, so those teams would have to be compensated, and they'd be afraid that Buffalo could fold because of Hamilton. But we'll wait and see. Number 3 on this list of the cities that should have an NHL expansion team: Hartford, Connecticut. Hartford had the Hartford Whalers for many, many years. They were successful into the late 1990s and stuff. Minor league hockey's back there with the Hartford Wolfpack and stuff. They need a new arena, though, to replace the Civic Center or whatever they call it now. I think the NHL should consider Hartford, Connecticut, but the problem, they would have to pay territory fees to Boston Bruins, New York Rangers, New York Islanders, New Jersey Devils, but there's still a lot of hardcore fans in Connecticut who really want to see the Hartford Whalers back. Do 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 do. That's a brass bonanza, the theme song of the Hartford Whalers. Number 2 on this list of the cities that should get an NHL expansion team: Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Milwaukee, Wisconsin's a hotbed for college hockey, and they have been minor league teams in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. There's a new arena going in Milwaukee for the Bucks, and that would be perfect for an NHL expansion franchise. They could have a rivalry with Chicago Blackhawks and the Minnesota Wild. Number 1 on this list of the cities that should get an NHL expansion franchise: Quebec City, Canada. Return of the Quebec Nordiques. New arena is opening up in Quebec City. The fans would come to flock it there, and then they could restart their rivalry with the Montreal Canadiens, which would be perfect and stuff. That's about it on that. I'll be back later on in the day for 2 more video blogs. First video blog will be about memories of Mr. Frank Giroux's Crime and Society class senior year at Billerica Memorial High School. Tell you my memories about that. What do you think? And then third and final video blog of the night will be about one of the most famous catchers in Major League Baseball history, Johnny Bench. Tomorrow we'll have 4 video blogs because to make up for Thursday, missing one. And have a good day, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And like I always say, keep calm, and I'm a Julie Brennan guy. And in the words of Dr. Thomas Sharkey, this action will not be tolerated at being at chess. Have a good day, everybody.